Here we are at VidSummit. You know, when you get here, you see all your friends and you're here at the Westin near LAX in Los Angeles. It's amazing knowledge you get here at VidSummit. That's why I come back every year. This is my 5th year. See people doing vlogs and talking to cameras a lot and doing reviews of channels. See old friends. There's Derral Eves making it happen, buddy. You did it again. You did it again.
We'll see. We've got a day or two to see if we can pull this thing off.
Yep, I think it's going to be great as always. Hey, there's Trina Little. Hi, Trina Little.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
What are you expecting this week? Lots of stuff?
Lots of stuff.
Okay.
I got everything all mapped out, everything. Take shower.
And you see all sorts of top people. There's Owen Video there. People vlogging, people taking shots of each other. People doing interviews. There's Derral again. So that's what happens right there.
In case you didn't get it.
There's Andrew Kahn. There's the Starkbridge brothers. There's Brian G. Johnson. How are you, Brian? It's good to see you. Loved your video about hashtags. I'm using that.
I almost want to do another one because I see every time I see a video with hashtags, I go, hello.
I'm Kathy Mason.
Hi, Kathy.
Whoops.
Oh, hi, Kathy.
So you get to chat with friends, but you're always talking to people, and everyone's very accessible.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
And here's where you register right here. I've already registered. Here's vidIQ. The VidSummit. Here's where you register right there. You see guys like Sean Cannell right there.
Do you know where Luria's thing is?
I know it's not down here because nothing's down here. Maybe there's stuff upstairs.
You need to take this SEO stuff seriously. It's not good enough just to make good videos anymore.
Brighton West, a Brighton West video. And what are you here for?
I am here just to have my kind of annual learning, like to really dive deep and get what's the current best thinking on all things YouTube. Amazon influencer? Okay, so a question I had was, if you have I don't know what you call them, an influencer account where you have a store, a storefront.
Yep.
If you send people to the storefront, but they don't click on your stuff, is that the equivalent of going to one of your Amazon affiliate links? So they click on an affiliate link and they buy something else. If they go to the storefront and they buy something else,
Yes.
so promote the hell out of the storefront.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the answer. Promote the hell out of the storefront.
VidSummit is where you come to get the up-to-date information, data, and strategy to grow your channel and to take your video creation business to the next level. How many of y'all are here to up-level your channel?
Amber's
Energy and the fire in this room for the next 2 days. I'm so pumped that you're here.
And the conversations you can have here at VidSummit can literally change your life. It can change your business. It can make you scale your business, and that's what it's all about. Now, I do want to introduce you to my business partner for VidSummit, Sean Derral. All right. Do that.
Yeah, this was amazing. I saw a session by Jack Conte, who was the CEO, I guess, of Patreon, and started a band called Pomplamoose as well, one of the early YouTube success bands. Oh, there's Sean. And just really inspiring. If you have a chance to see him talk, really inspiring. And he's the sponsor. Oh, look, there's Nico. See, this is where you have friends here. You have competing businesses, TubeBuddy and Morning Fame, and they're just hanging out. So they're competing businesses, and they're just hanging out talking. It's a certain kind of camaraderie here at VidSummit. People really enjoy helping each other, and certainly they want to make the most money and do their best, but that doesn't mean they can't have a nice conversation.
Why are you making videos? Yep. Okay, nice. Okay, so a year from now, if everything was perfect exactly how you envision it, to where it's like, hey, this would be the perfect scenario, what would that look like to you?
The business statement this hotel at this event for a specific reason. That means it's highly likely that many people here can help each other, even though it's not obvious based on let's do a collab.
Yeah, I'm creating this stuff and it's the temptation to put it out there and monetize it or whatever, but you know, if you're somebody who like deeply is passionate about creative, like how do you balance sometimes like, you know what, it's okay to just do this for me. Like have you ever internalized like that issue and like what how do you deal with it and what's your answer?
Like that video I did for my little girl.
Right,
I made that months and months ago. And it was one of those things that was like, I made a little video about me and my little girl that hopefully she gets to see in like years and years from now, which will be super cute.
Well, it's coming towards the end of the day, and people are still really excited. They're talking to each other. There's still like one session going on, but no one's really going to it. People are just really having fun. Hey, there's Tim Schmoyer right there. Right there, that was Tim Schmoyer. But really a lot of value. Just saw Mark Robertson's session about paid Facebook. But boy, a lot of events, and usually what people do the first night, so there's 2 nights, usually people will just get together at the bar or whatever and just chat, have a bite to eat. Renee Teeley of Powtoons, and she's doing a content marketing vlog. Would you say a content market? What would you call it?
I would call it a video series.
A video series for Powtoons, and I am going to be on it. We'll see how I do.
You're going to be great.
We'll see. We'll see how I do. It's a lot of fun because you come to VidSummit and everyone's interviewing everyone else, and it's one big interview festival.
It is, and then people come and will take videos of you interviewing other people. I've noticed that too. There's like videos of video interviews.
It never ends. So we'll see how it goes.
This will be great. Thanks.
Well, it's day 2, the last day. Well, I guess there's a little bit extra networking in the morning on Friday, but this is the second day, Thursday. And just coming from the cafe there, you always have to make sure a lot extra time for your coffee because there's always a long line there. You can get it in your hotel room, of course. What's amazing about this is just talking to people in the lobby. I was up really late and I'm an hour late getting here today. I'm sadly missing the 8 o'clock sessions, but you really get to see a lot of really interesting people. If you just hang out in this lobby right here until about 10 o'clock at night, you'll really meet some very interesting people for my interest, which is video marketing. And that's one of the amazing things. And there's a couple of little restaurants, like just over there you see Evan Carmichael talking with Roberto Blake and a few other interesting people. And that's one of the amazing things here is just going around the lobby and seeing people. Yeah, I really found, as always, I find just a ton of insights, really interesting, and you know, over time you learn a lot of things, and the insights they may be fewer because you know you've already laid down a base of knowledge. Hey, what's going on, man?
Do your fans want to see you give a testimonial?
Huh?
Give a testimonial?
I did. I already gave a testimonial.
You did? Right on,
This is what you should do right here. You should give a testimonial. Come over here and tell them what you learned and why you enjoyed VidSummit. And so, you know, you see, I mean, it's just so much packed with energy and knowledge. But what I was saying is that you learn things over time. Hey, there's Brighton West. You learn things over time, and sometimes the insights get more fine-tuned. And that's really helpful to know, is that over time, you learn a lot more, but you still want to grow. There's not any time where I don't want to sit in the front row and take notes and be that person that is always knowing, hey, there's Laurent right there. Woo-hoo. And you get to reconnect with friends, and sometimes the insights, they get more fine-tuned and granular, but no less important. So whether you're just starting out from scratch or you're coming into it with a base of knowledge, VidSummit is really, really helpful, and that's why I keep coming back to it year after year, and I'm going to see this session right now.